guys, Annie here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we're in the world of Selvadorada, and which is the world that came with the Jungle Adventure game pack. It's a vacational world, and it's a world that is, I generally believe it's full of like rental homes because you can't live in Selvadorada. But so today's build is a 3x2 bedroom rental home, which is in kind of like a villa style, which is reminiscent to the original lot that was on this particular lot. This is a lot that's down near where the town centre is. I forget the neighbourhood, but it's in that kind of central area. My goal for this particular build was just to kind of build in this world. I haven't built in this world for a really long time and I miss it. I think I use a lot of the assets from Jungle Adventure in so many different everyday builds that it's honestly such a slept on pack. I was talking about it before where, you know, certain packs are slept on and I use them all the time, and Jungle Adventure is definitely one of those packs. So let's talk a little bit about this build. I really like this build in the sense of it has the stairs to the outside that go up to the upstairs. Upstairs we have a master bedroom with an ensuite, and we have a large second living area which is on the right side of that upstairs. And then downstairs we have a further 2 other bedrooms, a bathroom, just some hallway spaces, and then a large open dining and kitchen. So yeah, no, it's not an additional living space. It is the living room. There is only one living space, but there are lots of places to like sit and stuff. And then obviously in the front of the build where those stairs are, that's like a courtyard section where there's a fireplace, a seating area, a grill. There's not a table, but I suppose they could sit and eat by the fire. It's definitely a vacational type, you know, getaway space, which is, it's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a rental property. Did struggle with the roof line, especially with this little section. I did have to extend it out just as I've done there, just because I could not work the roofing. But standout items from this particular game pack that I love the roof tiling. I love all the build items. So all the doors, the windows, the stone, the flooring. I use that pathing and flooring in so many different other builds. And yes, there is some newer DLC that has come with some really good floor tiling that I probably use more nowadays. But back in the day, it was just this particular flooring that we got from this pack. The wooden flooring is amazing. Anytime I'm doing a build that's kind of run down or older, or even something that's a bit rustic, I always use this particular flooring. Obviously, we now have Horse Ranch, so we got new flooring from there, but back in the day it was just this particular pack. All right, so as I was mentioning with the floor plan, so you enter into that downstairs open area. There's a little bit of like I guess an entryway. From that entryway you have 2 bedrooms, so you have like a twin child's room and then another child's room. You then go through those archways into that very kind of, again, it's a second hallway, and that has the bathroom. And then you just have some seating, and then you have this main open area which has your kitchen and dining. We do have a bit of an island space, and yeah, it's just a very open area. You do also have the door to the backyard from the kitchen, off the kitchen. At the back we do just put, I think it's an anthropology like table, I think that's what it's called. And I think that's it at the back because there's really not a lot of room. And then upstairs we obviously have that master bedroom with an ensuite because it was a little too big to have it just be a bedroom. So I decided to put an ensuite up there, which makes sense anyway because you wouldn't want to go downstairs to go to the bathroom each morning. Like I feel like you would want that to be upstairs. So I'm pretty happy with that decision. And then, yeah, just the large living area. So that's basically the floor plan of this particular build. We are going in now with all of the windows and I'm working out the exterior. Initially, I wasn't going to go with this green color wallpaper, but I love it. It's kind of like a concrete stucco type wallpaper that has the green in it. and that kind of set the tone for the build. We do put these beautiful kind of crawling plants that I've used in similar builds in different colors, but I wanted to use the red swatch in particular, and it just pairs really nicely with the green, along with all of the other landscaping that we're going to add, but which I am starting now. I am starting the landscaping now, and this is where I feel that Jungle Adventure shines. Also in the debug menu is all of the plants that come with this particular world, and all in the even in the catalog. So these are these crawling plants that I referred to. We do change it to the red swatch, and it does take me a little bit to work out how many I want to include, which sections I want to cover in the flowers. But in the end, I do believe I cover the side area by the stairs and the top bay window where the ensuite is, I believe. And it just really makes the front of the build pop, and I'm really happy with it. I also like those draping plants that are over in the corners. So you've got one in the front side and then around the back of the property where the back door is. And then I've just added in these kind of awning pieces, these tiled awning pieces in the matching roof swatch. It's just lovely. I just love this build. It's almost got this, like, I guess it does. It has like a South American Spanish type style to it. And I've been really enjoying this particular style. Obviously, the start of the month, we saw that Mexican inspired build that was also very vibrant and colorful. We did that in the world that came with Lovestruck. And that build has kind of a Spanish feel, but it's different to this build. Like, they both have that influence, but they're presented very differently. Like, this almost has a little bit of like a Mediterranean feel to it, I feel. I don't know. Hopefully, like, you guys get what I'm putting down here, but I just love the feel of this particular build, and I would really love to play in this house. So a couple of builds this month I just am really proud of, and I think this is one of the builds that I'm super proud of because I don't build here often, and I think I did a really good job. So the landscaping was so fun. It looks like I have just used the build and buy menu. It looks like I haven't used debug. And some of the standout items are these tall leaf plants, the layloing flowers with the vibrant flowers. I use those in standard builds just because I love all the colors. And of course, all of the wall drapery flowers, all of the trees that we got into this particular pack, the tall trees. It's just like such a beautiful piece of DLC, and I definitely chose this lot because of the size, but also I didn't want to be too in the jungle. There are definitely lots that you can build on in this particular world that are very like in the jungle, trees everywhere, and I think that would be like an awesome lot to build like a tiny home on. So maybe let me know in the comment section down below what would be your thoughts on that. Like, would you like to see something like that? And yeah, do you have Jungle Adventure? Do you enjoy the gameplay side of Jungle Adventure? Let me know in the comment section down below. I really love these pots. So I use these like patterned pots in so many builds, whether it's something that's thematic or not. And I just really enjoyed using those pieces in this particular build because it's stuff I use anyway. But it really fit the build. I've gone in with a combination of like broken pots and just standard painted pots. I put in a fountain. I believe that one comes with Lovestruck. Put in a chess table up the top. Lots of seating. These lights, I believe, come from Life and Death, maybe? I thought they were really good, and I'm just going to go around with all of the columns. The columns were not the best shades, but it's not too bad. I make it work, and yeah. All right, so we are inside, so we are going to start the decorating. So we do start with the entryway, where I use a rounded table. I've seen this in a lot of builds in real life where they use like a rounded table as part of an entryway, and I thought I might include that. I've gone in with a hutch in the kitchen. I believe I do change it because I think that this particular pack comes with like two different styles. One is a more polished style, which comes with that type of set, and then one is a more rustic wooden set. And I think I lean more towards the wooden set. Excuse me. I use a combination of the two. So this dining table is definitely part of the more polished side, and then there's the wooden side. And yeah. Okay, so lots of hanging pieces, awnings. I love these lamps, but they weren't clipping to the bench, so I had to raise it up. But I changed it and I thought it was quite nice. We do put in a standing mirror. My favorite mirror in the game comes from Jungle Adventure. And then we are now jumping into the kitchen just to finish up the kitchen. So we got a full kitchen set with Jungle Adventure. We also got, what do we also get? Couches. We got some bathroom stuff and all sorts. So a lot came with this pack. And considering it's only a game pack, I think that just makes it really good. It's almost like how good Werewolves was. It just was fully fleshed out. I love these little armchairs that we got with the cushions on them. I'm not a huge fan of the kitchen set just because I don't like the color of the plates and the crockery that's in the cabinetry. I think they're a bit bright, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I do like this hanging piece that has the glasses in it. I think that's really cool. I really love these chandelier pieces. We use that. And I think that's all. We do put in a couple of paintings potentially in the kitchen, but that's generally that whole kitchen area. All right, I think we are doing the bedrooms, these children's rooms. So I've got like a twin child's room and then another child's room. But you don't necessarily have to have children sleeping in these rooms. It is a rental. You could have adult sims in these beds. But these were super fun. So I wanted to make sure I used a lot of the swatches that came with the pack. So, I've got like a green and yellow in this particular room. And then I've got, I think it's like do I use like a pink or something in the other room? I just try to use lots of different swatches. We do put a desk in this particular room. We've got the dresser. I like putting the dresser between two twin beds. It saves space. I like it. I went with the Parenthood curtains. I don't know. I kind of like them because I feel like this is the type of build that you wouldn't really have a full curtain. So I thought I'll go in with those smaller curtains and I think it worked out well. So yes, this is more like a pink and grey. Again, we've used the rug. I put in some toys in here. I have put in a desk. I don't really know, thinking back with it being a rental, because they're going to be on vacation, so I don't really think they're doing homework. So I'm not really sure if I needed to put desks in these particular builds, but I have, and that's okay. I think I'm just so used to, decorating like that. And I think by decorating is a little bit more laid back in the sense of it's just kind of to showcase how I would lay the house out in terms of the floor plan. But I am considering doing a series on the channel where the builds that I do are based from a storyline. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I think it would be awesome to kind of, put certain assets into a build because it's required for a storyline. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you prefer builds that are more storyline based? All right, I think I am just going around and putting the final touches in the hallways and the living area before we go upstairs to the master bedroom. Yeah, I'm just repurposing that awning. It's not an awning, sorry, it's like a tapestry almost. Putting in a bin, a coffee maker, and yes, we are upstairs into the master bedroom. It's a really weird layout of a room, but you can see what I mean by it's a little too big to not have an ensuite up here. And I think the ensuite works well. I've paired it with the ottoman that comes with Laundry Day. I really like it because Laundry Day has very much a kind of, it uses a lot of wooden, the items are wooden, and it pairs well with the kind of materials that go in with this particular pack. I've used that mirror again. I've used the dresser in the far kind of corner. It's kind of tucked away. I like that. And then I've just gone in with some lamps and my favorite plant in the entire game. I use this plant a ton. And then just pairing a rug. Do I change the bedspread? I don't think I do. I think I keep it that color. I really liked this kind of woven basket that came with the sleek bathroom kit. It almost looks like it's a laundry hamper, which is really kind of cool. We don't have laundry in this particular build, but I really like it in terms of it just added that type of another material. Just fit the kind of aesthetic that I was going for. Gone in with my basic dresser clutter. And we are now back downstairs to film the one bathroom that I am recording in this particular build. So normally I just film the one and show the other one in the tour. So that's what we are doing. What else can I say? So there's plenty of skill building items in this particular home, which I'm not really sure is necessary because again, it's a rental home, but it's nice to have, especially if you are playing the gameplay side of this, potentially having the logic skill and whatnot would be important. What else is there? Yeah, so we are now, I put in the marbles thing outside just because there's going to be like potentially children here. Just as much kind of fun stuff to do. They are on vacation after all. But I also feel like that's kind of a community-based gameplay asset. Like the idea is that I guess you first in marbles with the kids in the community. And I don't know, I guess that's what they were aiming for. Anyway, we are in the living room. I love that coffee table. It's beautiful. Paired it with obviously the standard couches, the chandelier. We've got, I really love this lamp. I think it's for tidy living. I actually really love it. It's just like a really kind of simplistic lamp that will fit in most spaces. We've got a little bit of seating. I think I put in a bookcase potentially. I do. I just move the bookcase and then put those decorated pots in. And I think I'm changing around the color scheme of the couches. I put that anthropology table out the back. There is some gardening stuff out the back also. And then just a gaming table. I've been using these gaming tables a lot in my builds. Some puzzle stuff, some toys. Just made a really kind of communal type space, which I think is good for a rental to be able to have lots of things to do. Adding some extra windows, and I believe we are just going to add the final touches. I totally forgot to add a foundation, so that's fun. So we're just going to add a foundation, and I believe we are live in game. All right, so let's do the tour. I think we are going to start with that outside potentially. So that beautiful sitting area with the grill, the fireplace. I really love how that looks. So you enter into this space. You then have 2 bedrooms off the entry. You have a twin bedroom and a standard child's room. You then go through an archway. There is a general sitting area and the downstairs bathroom, which is the main bathroom of the house. You then follow through into the kitchen and dining. You then go outside and you have obviously just a little bit of skill building stuff out there. You go upstairs to the landing into the master bedroom, into the ensuite, and then across from the master bedroom, you have that living room. Really lovely and colorful and bright. Super fun, and I'm just putting something on that table, just a plant. Super nice. And that is today's build, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.